We welcome you into the Bernie for a Friday night matinee from the Shamrock Media Network alongside Lucas Strach. I'm Josh Rothert. Some CHSL action tonight. Catholic Central plays host to Toledo St. Francis, two teams who won their first 4 games of the season. The Knights are still undefeated. The Shamrocks have dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, CC fell to Hudsonville after losing their second Catholic League of the season to Toledo Central Catholic in the last week. The team obviously lost a lot of minutes from last year with 5 graduating seniors, including 2 guys who started every game. There's a lot of talent remaining. Devin Lee and Asher Swardini have been a crucial aspect of this team for the past 2 seasons. Have done a great job leading the charge so far this year. If the Shamrocks are going to have a successful season and make a deep run in the postseason, it's going to be run through those guys.
Yeah, you talk about the transformation of this team. You often see networks project how certain teams were built. This is year 2 in the Coach Torrey Jackson era. This team is obviously still young. They're going to start probably only 2 seniors tonight. When you look at how this team was built, it starts with the 3-year players Lee and Swardini. You had a transfer from Davison forward Jackson Bowden, and that has made all the difference for this young squad. This team projects well as they work to avenge that buzzer-beating loss in March against Ann Arbor Huron.
Yeah, this team has a load of talent, but the inexperience you mentioned could be a problem down the line. Look for the team to lean on their veterans, especially if this game is close. I mentioned that buzzer beater by Huron last spring, but remember, it was Devin Lee who hit a clutch triple in the corner to take the lead seconds before that happened. Catholic Central has guys that know what it takes to win, especially down the stretch. So expect to see a lot from them tonight and throughout the rest of the season.
And on the other side, the Knights are red hot. It all starts with the man in the middle. It's going to be Alan Horton. This guy is a double-double machine, 6'9" junior forward. But they also got guys who can score the ball on the perimeter. I'm looking at Raheem Brown, Jamison Heck, Chris Polanitz III. This team is more complete than last season, where CC won last year's contest 64-53. You look at that size, and that could definitely cause some problems for CC tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned Alan Horton, the forward who's going to lead the charge this season. If the Knights are able to get a win in Novi tonight, he is going to be the reason. The juniors had a great year so far, and we expect that to continue for the rest of the season. As you said, keep an eye on the outside line, as that is where St. Francis tends to do the most of their damage.
Should be a good one. St. Francis and Catholic Central coming up next on the Shamrock Media Network. All right, starting lineups for tonight for the Knights. It's Alan Horton in the middle. Pulling it's Raheem Brown, the guards, and Heck and Chanel fill it in. And for the Shamrocks, Sadiq down low with Gash, Bowden, and Lee, the forwards. And Swardini is the up man for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, 3 of these guys for Catholic Central saw significant minutes starting most of the games last year. It's Bowden and Gash for the newcomers to the lineup.
And it's St. Francis controlling the tip. Jamison Heck with the ball. He was the player of the week for the Knights last week. Polanet's had some big minutes down the stretch in the win over the rivals. St. John's Jesuit scoring the team's last 3 points, including 9 in the fourth quarter. There's Chanot into the post. This is going to be a lot of the action tonight. Hook shot is good from Horton, and he draws first blood for the Knights.
And you could tell St. Francis was looking to feed it to him that whole possession. He kept working on the inside, found a way to get him the ball, and a nice hook shot from Horton to get France on the board.
Could be a long night for Sadiq down low. Swardini lets it fly from the corner. It's long, and the rebound is controlled by Heck. The Knights want to run the floor. We mentioned this is a team that's won 4 straight to start the season. They struggled to win games last year in a tough CHSL division, and they're going to get more of the same this year as that's stolen away by Devin Lee, the senior captain running the floor. Kicks it, Swardini lets it fly. In and out, rebound to Chanel.
Yeah, cold to start this one. Couple misses from Asher.
Polanet's soft touch, 4-0 Knights. Just over a minute into this one.
And I like the way that how aggressive Polanet's was there, getting to the hoop and taking the 2 points in transition.
I would like for CC to establish a presence in the paint early as Lee gets a roll.
Yeah, and that's the difference we've seen him make over the last couple of years, turning from a guy who's on the perimeter looking to shoot to a guy who's aggressive and taking it to the hoop whenever he can.
Polanet's guarded well by Lee. Heck working on Swardini into the paint. There's Chanot going right at Bowden. Knocked it out, and he gets the turnover.
Great poke from Lee there, getting the ball into the Shamrock's hand. Great couple possessions for him.
Bowden, the transfer in from Davison. Got to be a lengthy trip for him every day. Lee again down low. He's got a mismatch. Offensive rebound. That's Gash. Lee, he's going to try a deep one. It's no good. Third try. Sadiq won't get it, and now it's a 4th rebound on the same possession. Lee again. Can't get it to go, and the Shamrocks go 0 of 4 on that possession.
Yeah, great hustle underneath, but can't get the bucket.
At the other end, Gash fouls Raheem Brown, and he gets the bucket to go. So upcoming chance for a 3-point play.
Take a look at the replay. Another example here of Polanet's just taking it right to the hoop. This time he dishes it off to Raheem Brown, who has a chance at an old-fashioned 3-point play.
Brown, the senior, posted 18 points. A win last week against St. John's Jesuit. Brown can't convert it. Sadiq Karums the ball, and now the Shamrocks the other way. Quick pitch. Swardini driving in the lane, kicks it. Bowden with the left. And they're going right at Jamison Heck every time down the floor.
And I like to see how aggressive the Shamrocks were there. They're already 0 for 4 from beyond the arc. So good job by them just getting to the hoop, and nice drive by Bowden to get the bucket.
Obviously you don't want to run right at Horton down low. They've done a good job of driving with speed into the paint. Polanet's thought about it and throw it too high there.
Good ball pressure from Devin Lee, just forcing a wayward pass. He's had some good defense early on in this one.
.445 to play in the first. 6-4 Knights lead. Swardini fly off the screen. Balloons one. That's no good. Nearly got a chance to get a rebound. It's Horton instead, and now the other way. It's Heck. Wide open. Polnitz gets the defender off his feet, drives in the lane, and nifty with the left hand.
Yeah, he's been a huge problem for the Shamrock defense so far, just with how aggressive we've been. I can't mention it enough with how he's been playing in this one.
4 quick ones for Polnitz. There's Gideon Gash. Gash family legendary football season. There's Lee, and he's short on a 3, and the Shamrocks have gone ice cold from beyond the arc to start it. 0 of 7. Brown gets the defender off his feet, can't get the kick. Sadiq grabs the rebound, and Coach Jackson wanting the Shamrocks to push the tempo here. Bowden working hard, good feed. Too hard for Sadiq to handle, and he chucks it back in. Now 3-on-2 the other way. Chanot is rejected by Gash.
Great defense there from him, but he's got to get the ball over, as it's almost poked away there.
Strong defensive play. And the post, Bowden has a mismatch here with the left attacking, and he left it short. Another tough look there. The Shamrocks just 2 of 11 to start it from the field. Classic Catholic League game, low scoring to start. Brown lets it fly, it won't go. It's Horton, pulls down the rebound, and wide open feed there. No one is on Raheem Brown.
Yeah, until that possession, the Shamrocks had done a good job at rebounding, but Alan Horton with a really important offensive rebound there and a nice dish for 2. 10-4 St. Francis early.
It's the most patient we've seen Catholic Central on offense so far. It just feels like they've been in a rush almost every time down the court to get the shot up. Corner kick, Lee. Off the mark, Sadiq pulls it down, rejected by Horton. And now a travel called on Lee, who is 0 of 4 from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and 2 of 13 to start from the field as a team, as a couple substitutions are made by Catholic Central. Weissel Davis, Junior Werner, and Andrew Walker check in.
Post feed, there's a good play by Walker. The Knights get it back. Polnitz, tough fade, won't go. Lee and Swardini fight over it, they're gonna push it. Davis, mid-range 2 is no good. Heck, working, kicks it in, and it's off the foot of Jermaine Polk. The Knights went to their bench at the last timeout as well. 10-4 Knights, 1:47 to play in the first quarter. Walker kicks it, soft touch there. Into the paint, Werner. Swardini, deep 3, it's no good, and that one will trickle out of bounds. And I mean, if you're Coach Kashmerick right now, you're really loving the zone defense. Only 4 points through 6.5.
And you could see there, as Catholic Central had a couple times where they're able to get it into their big man on the line, whether it was Walker or Werner, but just the presence of Horton down low in that 2-3 zone is just really scaring off any attempts for them to take it to the hoop, and it's forced a lot of bad shots on the outside while they're open looks, just lower percentage shots. And so far, Catholic Central hasn't converted from beyond the arc.
If you can recall the first game we did last year against Lansing Waverly, Shamrocks made 11 threes in the first half. And they're 0 of 9 to start tonight, so you're hoping that eventually they start falling. And another thing you like to point out, Coach Jackson obviously trusting his bench. It shows an insane amount of depth when you've got 9 different players out there in the first quarter as Malachi Clayton subs in. It leaves Devin Lee as the only starter still on the floor.
A lot of younger guys, too, as only 2 guys on the court right now had any time last year.
Buckets from Heck. Final minute of the first quarter, and the Shamrocks are struggling to find points on the offensive end. Davis high screen. Another 3. It's the 10th one of the first quarter, and none of them have fallen. Polk pulls down the rebound, and he's fouled by Junior Werner.
Just a nightmarish half for Shamrocks from beyond the arc. As you mentioned, 0 for 10. Do not see that very often as a couple substitutions are made here.
Yeah, one half of the Horton height. And now you got the other half. The older brother, Logan Horton. Got to be at least 2 or 3 inches taller than his brother. And not a fun position to be in if you're Andrew Walker right now.
No, big height advantage here for St. Francis, especially down low.
Polk. Give me a Heck. They're trying to feed it into Polk. And he's got a mismatch as well. 20 seconds left in the first. High screen comes from Horton. Nearly lost it. Polnett's corner. 3 ball is no good from Yates. Gets his own miss and gets clobbered by Wysell Davis with an even 10 ticks left on the clock. It'll be likely free throws here for Michael Yates.
Yeah, nice job from him. He was short in the corner, but stuck with it, got the rebound, and then got fouled. Has a chance to get a couple at the line and extend this to a double-digit lead. St. Francis hasn't shot the ball well in this first half, but, I mean, compared to the way Catholic Central has on the other end, they're looking like an NBA team right now.
And free throws have been a problem. Another miss from the line. First 2 free throws they have missed for the Knights. Another miss from Yates, but they get the offensive miss. Polk pulls it down. Heck tries a deep 3, and he buries it from way downtown. Final second, Clayton full court heave is no good. And how about the half for the first quarter from St. Francis? They lead it 15-4.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay. And a dominant way to end this quarter. Jamison Heck from at least 6 feet beyond the arc on that left wing.
All the way from Toledo.
15-4, Toledo St. Francis.
Quick 30-second break. The Shamrocks need to find some offense. They trail 15-4 at the end of the first. Start of the second here. Obviously, we don't have stat muse here, but it had to have been a long time since Catholic Central was held to just 4 points in a single quarter. They shot 2 of 15 from the field and 0 of 10 from downtown. They go back to work here. The 10th man in off the bench is Beckett St. Clair. There's a 3, and it's no good. Heck pulls it down. They're continuing to settle for these 3-point shots.
Yeah, that wasn't a great look there.
Mismatch, Swardini, the magician now running the floor up ahead, and he'll take it all the way for the first points in almost 7 minutes for the Shamrocks.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to find a shot from beyond the arc, so good initiative by Swardini. Just take it to the hoop and see the ball go through the rim. Sometimes that's all it takes.
Alan Horton with it. Here's Brown trying to feed it into the post. Instead, he'll attack the rim, and he will get fouled. It's called on St. Clair. Free throws coming up for the senior.
And aside from Jamison Heck, you can tell that this Knight team wants to take it to the hoop, whether it's getting it inside to Horton or with Brown or Polnitz, the way that they've been attacking the rim. That has been their focus, and so far they've executed.
But a place they haven't executed has been the free throw line. It's 4 misses on 4 attempts. Second try is good. It's a 10-point lead for St. Francis. Werner, he got bumped. Call it on Polnitz, playing with his arms out. Swardini corner, thought about it. Walker, step over 3, and fall. Pulled down by Horton. Already 6 or 7 rebounds for him. Polnitz attacks, kicks. Brown had an open Heck. And this mismatch, we talked about it pregame. They're going to keep going to it. They got 4 bodies on them, and somehow St. Francis comes out of it with the ball. And that 3 won't go. Rebound corralled by Werner. Walker. Mid-range 2 is pure.
Yeah, definitely the farthest out. Shamrock's hit a shot so far. Walker's been struggling to find a shot in this first half. Nice job by him hitting that mid-range jumper from the baseline.
Brown attacks, kicks. Corner 3, no good. Rebound to Walker. Swardini wide open, and he sinks it. The first made 3 for the Shamrocks on attempt number 13, and it brings it back to just a 5-point deficit. St. Francis takes a full timeout.
Yeah, definitely something we were more used to seeing is Swardini hitting those deep shots. He missed his first few threes, and you could tell it affected him on a couple possessions ago. He had a look in the corner that he passed up, and it ended up being a miss from Andrew Walker. But good job by him of converting on that one and not hesitating.
Well, maybe the floodgates will open now. All it takes is 1 to go in, and Swardini, one of the better 3-point shooters in the Catholic League.
Shamrocks on a 7-1 run here in this second quarter. We'll see how the Knights respond. As Devin Lee and Gideon Gash check back in, along with Bowden. Shamrocks near their starting lineup.
Heck drives in the lane and has his shot deflected from behind. It was Walker again. He's been a multifaceted player tonight, dishing the ball on that 3-pointer to Swardini. He's got some rebounds, and there he gets a block. That is the sophomore Andrew Walker. Split time between freshman and JV last season. Brown out to Heck and back into the point. They're almost double teaming on the touch down low. The foul called on Bowden, reaching in on Polk.
Yeah, as we saw Horton score pretty early on in this one, and since then they are not really allowing any open looks from him. They're trying to make these guards beat them, if that makes sense. And Horton scored the first bucket of this game, hasn't gotten a shot up since.
Rebound to Polk is blocked again. Walker with 2 on the same possession. And running the floor, Swardini, heat check. He got it from the corner.
They started 0 for 12 from beyond the arc, and there's a couple for Asher Swardini, who's quickly up to 8 points.
An 11-point lead just 4 minutes ago is now a 2-point lead for the Knights. Mid-range hack is good.
Nice shot from him to try to slow the momentum. He's done a good job of finding pockets to get his shots up.
He is the leading scorer for the Knights tonight with 7 points. Dash. He walked.
Yeah, second travel for the Shamrocks tonight. Just unforced errors that can really cost the team. Hasn't been a big factor tonight, but something to look out for.
It's over halfway left here in the second quarter. Flash in. Brown gets him off his feet. Free throw line. Jay is no good, but it's a rebound to Gideon. Gash stole it away from Polk and then gives it right back. Polanitz is long on the 3. Swardini got slapped, but he gets the rebound, and the Shamrocks want to run it the other way. Walker kicks. Bowden. Swardini. Lee drives in. Swardini from downtown. Off the mark. And Cash saves it. Ball's flying everywhere tonight.
Yeah, never really looked like the Shamrocks got settled on that possession. Just overall a hectic 30 seconds on both sides of the court.
Brown looking for Horton in the paint. They're going to let him take the free throw line jumper, and he bricks it. But it's Horton with the rebound. Another one for him. He's up to 8 rebounds tonight. He puts it in for his first points.
Yeah, and you can tell the side difference really helped St. Francis out there.
They lead by 6. Lee drives in, wide open lane, and you can't really pass that up. Lee's floater falls through.
Yeah, we hadn't seen him score since early on in this one. Good to see Devin Lee back in, as there's a steal for the Shamrocks. Walker.
Oh! Downhill, but he can't finish on the slam. And now Heck moving it a million miles an hour the other way, and Brown off the feed from Heck. And it's back out to a 6-point lead for the Knights. Oh, Walker nearly getting airtime there. Bowden kicks. Walker going to try a 3. Bingo from the corner.
Yeah, he's really been impressive tonight. Missed his first couple attempts, but since he settled in quite nicely on both ends of the floor.
They've worked it back down to a 3-point game. 2:14 to play in the first half. Hack working. Polanitz drives, kick. Polk, one dribble, and he goes up strong. Maybe a little bit of contact there. Now this postgame, this lethal duo of Horton and Polk down low, tiring out the Shamrock interior.
That's on cue, Sadiq goes to check in for the Shamrocks.
Walker gonna try it again. It's no good, and look at Gash's positioning down low. Steals it away. And the jump ball will flip possession here to the Knights. Unless they call a foul.
Yeah, they called a foul underneath. He
said Sadiq back in there now. Let's get a look at Heck, the leading scorer, 7 points for him tonight. He will. The refs have begun discussion again. Not quite sure what the delay is here. And we're ready for more basketball. 1:44 to play in the first half. St. Francis leads at 24-19. Lee working, feed, and just too many bodies to get that one over. Now Chenault the other way with a two-hand slam.
And nice job by him taking advantage of the miscommunication for Catholic Central.
Gash feeding Sadiq. Too strong, and it'll stay with the Shamrocks.
One of those times where you'll tell the guy to just dunk it instead of going for the layup there. Unable to convert, and Walker will check right back in.
Lee off the feed, it's no good. Polk corrals the rebound, and the Knights want to run it the other way. Good spacing, Heck, mid-range. Circus shot there, won't fall, and now it's Lee the other way. Swardini one-on-one, gets the defender off his feet, and I don't know, is that going to count? They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, it looked like it could have been a travel there too. I'm not totally sure. There's definitely contact, but the timing was a little awkward there.
Yeah, it almost looked like both of his feet were on the ground when he did make that shot, but it is 2 points for Swardini, and first trip to the line for the Shamrocks tonight comes with 57 seconds in the second quarter. And Swardini converts a three-point play, 26-22. Running the other way, Gash was left sleeping, and it's going to cost him as Raheem Brown attacks the layup, gets the foul as well.
Yeah, just another example of St. Francis kind of taking advantage of the miscommunication for Catholic Central. They're a little slow getting back after that free throw, and Raheem Brown has a chance to take 3 points out of it.
They've been very lackadaisical on defense today. Brown converts, so the two teams trade 3-point plays. It's still a 7-point game. And that's the 11th Shamrock checking in, Lyndon Boyai. Sophomore with a lot of potential, a lot of Our Lady of Sorrows. Gotta love that pipeline when the Sorrows kids come to CC over St. Mary's. Swardini draws the defense, and Davis was open. Deflection there. Davis gets the screen, feeds on the pick and roll, and this one ends up in the crowd, and it's going to stay with Catholic Central.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the right call. It looked like it was tipped off Boyai there. I think Horton's size might have blocked the ref's vision for who last touched that one.
Out to Davis on the inbound. Swardini working with it. It looks like the Shamrocks are going to eat this last possession here. Ten seconds to play. Swardini. High screen from Bowden. Left-handed feed. It's a deep ball, and it's no good from Walker. And the time will run out in the first half. Catholic Central, a bit of a surprise here. They trail by 7 against an undefeated Toledo St. Francis team in the first half. Asher Swardini led the way with 11 for the Shamrocks, and for the Knights, Jamison Heck and Raheem Brown with 9 apiece. Well, it was a better showing in the second quarter, at least than the first quarter. You score 4 points in the first, you get 18 in the second.
Yeah, Catholic Central was able to get some shots that fall down in the second quarter, but I've seen a lot of miscommunication so far. Especially in that second quarter, there were a couple times where two guys were making the same cut, or maybe miscommunication on if somebody was going to cut, and the whole play had to be reset. So, and then you mentioned there, later on in the quarter where Gideon Gash was a little late getting back off the free throw, and it led to a 3-point play.
Can't happen.
Yeah, it can't. And those are issues that make a game where you're not shooting well get worse than it should be.
Yeah, and of course Toledo St. Francis has struggled from the free throw line tonight. But for Catholic Central, 3 of 18 from beyond the arc. You know some of those shots are going to eventually fall down in the second half, but maybe looking at taking some shorter shots. I mean, those long ones are not falling right now. So if you can work to penetrate in the paint a little bit more in the second half, this game should be a lot closer down the stretch.
Yeah, and it's tough to control if your shots are falling on a night, but it is easy to control just your communication with your team. That's something that should be a constant, and it hasn't been tonight.
Well, at the break, it's 29-22. Toledo St. Francis leading on the road. We'll be back in about 8 minutes for the start of the second half in a CHSL division matchup on a Friday night in Novi. The start of the second half here from Novi. Picked up on a switch here. Sadiq was the starter, and now it's Walker who's running the 5.
Yeah, Walker showed a lot of burst so far and had a really good run to end the last few minutes of that half.
Wow, that's a bad bounce there. Backdoor cut, swatted away by Gash. Recollected by the Knights. They have done a nice job of containing Alan Horton. He has just 2 points tonight. 4 points tonight. Swardini rebound here. Walker working on Horton. Gash is free. Guarded by Chanot. Crossover into the paint, off the glass, too hard, but he rebounds it. It's blocked by Horton.
Yeah, good take by Gash there, just cannot convert.
At the other end, Raheem Brown. Good, well defended there again by Walker. It's been a defensive battle, just 51 total points in the first half. Lee lets it fly, bullseye!
Good to see him get going from beyond the arc. He had a couple buckets to start this one and then went cold for a little bit. Did score at the end of the half, but again, that's only the 3rd triple for Catholic Central, I believe. Maybe, or sorry, fourth triple.
4 of 19, missed the first 12. 3 of 7 since then. Horton, Slenderman down there, just navigating through the bodies in the paint. And he's got 6 points and 10 rebounds tonight. Walker working on him. Post fade, and a soft touch was deflected.
It's a tough shot to hit over a guy who's 6'9".
A 7-foot plus wingspan, and now a travel is called on Polnitz. It's a 6-point lead for the Knights.
Yeah, in their first few possessions this half, they've struggled to drive the ball down low. Only bucket is dishing it down to Horton. See if that changes, because that's what they really thrived with, especially in that first quarter.
Gash out to Swardini. Trying to get Lee free here in the post. Kick, Gash, baseline drive, reverse layup is good. 31-27. Much more patient attack here in the second half. You get the 3 from Lee, but they're not settling for the outside shots. They're at least trying to get the ball into the paint. And now intercepted by Bowden. Out in front, Swardini, Euro step layup is deflected. Aaron Heck running the other way. Polnitz never even got back off 2 feet for the jam.
Yeah, good job by Heck there. Obviously Polnitz with the jam, but good job after turning it over to get back on defense and force a bad shot.
He gets downhill fast, too. I mean, he was out there, outlet pass right away. Bowden kicks. Swardini going to try a 3. You bet! It's raining threes now. Catholic Central, after starting 0 of 12, has made 5 of their last 8 from beyond the arc.
Definitely a switch up, especially how some of those shots were looking. They were short, off the front of the iron, or they were round and around the rim. Take a look at Asher Swardini, 14 points for him, a couple assists and a steal, and shooting just over 50% now after that recent 3. But he's provided the bulk of the scoring, and although he struggled from beyond the arc early, he's kind of settled in here. He has 3 triples and an and 1.
St. Francis Basketball.
Full court press here out of the timeout. And they break it right away. Up ahead, Chenault feeds. Horton strong with the left. And they contained him in the first half, but he was not going to be denied here in the second half.
Yeah, great patience on that press break from St. Francis, just waiting until they saw the right guy open and then attacking.
Bowden trying to do some pick and roll, but you got a mismatch here. Lee with Heck on him, and he meets a double team the wall. Corner three, Walker just short. Heck is working down low. That's another rebound. He's got to be the smallest guy on the court. Trying to get into Horton here. Asian offense over the halfway mark in the third quarter. Chenault with Lee in his face. There's Polonitz from the corner, and it's waved off. Baseline foul is called Gideon Gash. We call it Walker.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that was the foul, as it looked like Horton had almost not a full extension push, but definitely some sort of shove that caused Walker to fall. And to be honest, I don't understand why that foul was on the defense.
Gets out and off his feet. Polk, he's up to 4 points tonight, and Catholic Central just can't quite claw back. Every time they get it to 3, it's stretched right back out to 7 points. Backdoor feed is too hot to handle for Bowden. Gash a little bit behind there.
We'll see. St. Francis offense has really been in sync these last few possessions, and it started after that press break where they were able to move it down the court really quick, but ever since then it looks like they're just playing a lot more patient, something we've really emphasized on both sides in this game.
Into the post, double comes immediately. Polonitz driving. Can't quite get it short. And now the other way, Bowden, 2-on-1. Swardini, perfect feed from Jackson Bowden, and Swardini has 16 points tonight.
And that break was started by Devin Lee's defense on that floater in the middle of the key. Good job by him, forcing it short, getting the rebound, and then getting it out on the break quick.
And quick one, Hack, off the glass and in.
And you mentioned he doesn't play like he's the shortest guy on the court. He's aggressive to the rim.
Triple team comes, Gash kicks. Swardini caught it behind his head, a la David Tyree. They swing it here. Swardini working. And that one was deflected by Raheem Brown. Bowden, Lee from the corner, rolls in and out. And now aggressive pull down there. Polonitz, and there goes Heck again, and he is fouled. Clear path there. That's called on Lee.
Just an unfortunate sequence for him. That ball hit about every part of the rim and flew out, and then he catches a foul on the break there. And Junior Werner will check in for him now.
Largest lead today for the Knights is 11. They have led throughout the entirety of this one. Polonitz feeding, Heck, corner. With his back facing the basket. Polk, good feed, and Brown, poetry in motion. It's a 9-point lead for the Knights. Torrey Jackson has run out of answers for St. Francis's interior offense.
They've had a quick 8-2 run here out of that timeout.
Swardini sticks it. Dead center three falls, and Swardini is a hard-working man tonight. He's got 19 of the 35 Shamrock points. Oh, got dropped there by Hack. Maybe a little bit of a push-off. Horton, man, he's the tallest one out there. No one's even close to touching that ball. Horton, he's got 8 on the night.
And when he's not doubled or tripled, he's put a clinic on in the post.
1 minute to go in the third.
Swardini feeds. Walker trying to get Bowden in the paint. It was poked by Polk here. Swardini feeding. Bowden, the lefty. It's no good, and a rebound to Brown. On the floor the other way. Brown attacking, now kicking. Polonitz in the lane. Ooh, he walked, but he's going to get the bucket there.
Yeah, he took a third step there. Gets away with a nice move nonetheless on the interior, and he's had a nice game so far.
45-35, final 11 seconds of the third. Dash sets the screen. Swardini from the moon. It's no good. He loves the deep ones. And now the final seconds of the third quarter. Heck over the timeline. It's no good. And the Shamrock offense sputters there at the end of the third quarter. And Toledo St. Francis extends their lead. It's 45-35 at the end of the third quarter. 8 more coming up in just 30 seconds here on the Shamrock Media Network. In the final quarter here on Shamrock Media, CC still trails, this time by 10. Micel Davis is out there with Walker, Gash, and Swardini and Lee. Davis, mid-range 2 is no good, and the rebound to Polk.
And this zone is really tightened up in the second half, and it's just not allowing any pressure. Wow. As Raheem Brown with a nice drive for 2. But Catholic Central is just really not able to attack the rim at all in the second half.
Davis gets the defender off his feet, and that move works every time. Micel Davis. Got to tighten up defensively here. Brown, I mean, he's just left wide open. He's going to get fouled here. We'll see how he is from the line, but I mean, he's just kind of flying down there by himself, just floating in the paint with only one body a few feet away from him.
And probably a good foul there too, as he's been pretty automatic when he's had it around the rim.
Can't hit the first one.
If we can point to one area of this game where St. Francis has struggled, it has been from the line, shooting under 50%.
Knocks down the second, splits a pair, as Jim Shannon likes to say. It's an 11-point lead. They led by 11 at the end of the first. Running out of time here. Lee guards, drives in the paint, and he slips by the zone, and Walker tries to high point it, and he takes a hard foul. He'll get free throws. Just second trip to the line tonight for Catholic Central. Swardini converted a three-point play earlier. So take a look at this mini timeout Corey Jackson has called on the court.
And Walker's one of 3 Shamrocks with more than 2 points tonight, along with Devin Lee, who has 7, and Swardini obviously with 19 leading the way. 7 for Walker.
They can make their free throws. Full court press. And it's knocked away. Swardini just can't corral it there. but they get a deflected pass. So you have Jackson opts to stick with the backcourt pressure. They broke it pretty easily when they went to in the third quarter.
And that was a break Catholic Central really needed, just unable to take possession. No harm, no foul for the Knights.
Back over the timeline. They are doubling the ball. Really high screen here. Heck heaves it into the paint to Polk. And, oh wow, the left there nearly went for Horton. Walker feeding Swardini, Weissel, Davis. Oh, Polk with the fast hands in the corner. Knocks it out. 6:08 to play in the fourth quarter, 48-39. St. Francis still in the lead. A lead that they have held all night long. Swardini with the mismatch, drives in, gets fouled hard.
Yeah, and we mentioned how Catholic Central's really struggled attacking the rim in this second half. Only a couple buckets in the paint. Nice job by Swardini to get inside and try to get this lead.
And you look at
to 7.
Look at Swardini and what a tremendous job he's done tonight. But apart from that, the Shamrocks really haven't been able to buy a bucket from anyone else. And you got Uchenna Amene sitting behind the bench. Probably wishing he could get out there right now. He's playing post-grad at DME Academy right now. He's posted a few eye-popping stat lines. Hopefully he will get a chance to play some college basketball next year. He was clutch down the stretch when they needed him in the fourth the last 2 seasons. That torch has been passed. Gash gets the rebound here. Davis thought about a 3. Mid-range is blocked. And he loves that move. Had pump fake and then mid-range too, but it's blocked there, and St. Francis takes a timeout with 5:52 to play in the fourth.
We'll see what the approach is for Catholic Central here.
You get a look at
Take
two
a
of the
look.
legends from last year, Uchenna Amene and Adrian Gamje.
You mentioned Amene down the stretch, and you can't forget about that Brother Rice game where he took it to the hoop and won that game.
And the rest is history.
The rest is history. We mentioned how the press has had varying success for Catholic Central. Do you expect them to go in it out of this timeout?
100%. I mean, even if you're not forcing a turnover, you need to force them to play sped up. You can't really have them sit back and take 40 seconds on a possession. A whole nother story is how Michigan High School should have a shot clock, but we can talk about that one later. But yeah, you got to put some pressure on these ball handlers to, make some longer passes.
And we've heard those shot clock rumors for years now, haven't we?
Much needed. We're going to double here. Heck, over the timeline, it's stolen away. Right on the money. Lee works it. Walker, 3. He'll try it. It's long. Gash working hard, but Polonitz secures the board. Oh. It's a little too much body there for Swardini.
You can tell how much more aggressive Catholic Central starting to play. Great anticipation from Andrew Walker, just unable to knock down the triple, and then Swardini just a little late going for that poke. Take a look at the replay here. You can tell, just a little bit late getting to the spot. Polnitz draws the foul.
They're going to double the ball. Probably for
Ooh, he was on the line.
Polnitz thought about it. He walked for sure. Yeah. Coach Jackson trying to light a fire on this team.
You can see Coach Kaczmarek for the Knights is just telling this team to slow down. No need for them to play with as much pace as Catholic Central is playing with.
Lee works in and gets the foul, and off the glass and in for Devin Lee. Much needed bucket for him as he had struggled from the field tonight.
Take a look at the replay here. Nice screen from Gash. Goes the other way with it.
Look
A little hop step, little 2K special there, and able to get inside and finish.
Initiating the contact. He has shouldered most of the load for Catholic Central this year. He's the only senior on the floor right now. 3-year member of the varsity team. And now the other way, 2-on-1. Heck, acrobatic finish for him. Still, it's a 7-point game.
I think the whole Shamrock defense expected to dump to Horton.
And Lee drills it. Think he heard us?
I think he did, up to 13 points now.
6 points in 20 seconds.
Yeah.
It's a 4-point game. Catholic Central playing some swarming defense now. Double team comes. Raheem Brown into Horton, and spin move, puts his shoulder down and goes to work. It's a gritty 2 points by Alan Horton.
And great job by St. Francis last couple possessions, just getting down low and getting a quick bucket to kind of quell any momentum they've gotten from Devonlee's threes.
Walker gonna try it. It's no good. Deflected up. Gash has it stripped from behind. And now they're gonna run it the other way. Heck is just tireless out there. Man, he never gets tired. And that is gonna be a foul on Lee and a bucket for Polnitz.
Jux, that's at least 3 for Devon Lee now. We'll see who the substitution is here. Sorry, second for Devon Lee.
Now the energizer there, Heck. A nice move there from Polnitz. Got 4 night players in double figures tonight. Horton with 13. Polnitz at the line with 13. Raheem Brown and Jameson Heck with 11 each. Bricks that one badly. Free throws have been something to forget about tonight. For the Knights, 54-46 with 4:04 to play.
I don't know what Heck was talking to the ref about there.
Lee, mid-range. It's way short. They wanted a foul, and they're not going to get it. Stagnant half-court press, and they break it easily. Swardini tries to pick the pocket from behind. Brown chucks up a shot. Polk with the rebound. Backs into Lee, and it's back out to a double-digit deficit.
Yeah, just a clinic in the post there from Polk. Great job getting the rebound. Spin move to his left side, and good finish off the glass.
We talked about it before the game. It was going to be a game of mismatches. Swardini from nearly half court, and he sinks it.
You could tell he almost shrugged when he saw he had a foot of space there and took that deep shot. Catholic Central not going away here, 3:18 to play. Take a look at the replays from the volleyball court here.
You just don't see that. You just don't see that. That's a 35-footer.
We'll see if Catholic Central will build off that.
They trail by 7, 3:18 to play on the Shamrock Media Network. Don't go anywhere. We got a thriller brewing in Novi. So out of the timeout. Really no height on the court right now for the Shamrocks. They're trying to get their shooters out there. Still Walker at the 5 against Horton. He's had that assignment most of the night. Heck splits the double, and now we'll back out. Patient on offense. Double team comes. Brown gets Davis off his feet.
See, they're doubling the ball now.
Ooh. That would have been a walk either way, and Coach Kazmarek not happy with that possession. Swardini off the feed. And St. Clair, it's a hustle rebound here. Double comes. Davis, feed, Walker. Off the glass and in. It's a 5-point game.
And that was all started by Beckett St. Clair with the hustle. to get that rebound, and great job by Walker getting to the block and knocking it down.
And, oh, they get lucky there. Horton is fouled, and he could have just dunked that one, but he gets a foul and won't convert, and he'll get 2 free throws instead, which at this point in the game, you'll probably trade 2 Horton free throws, or really 2 free throws from any of the night players. As they've really struggled from the line tonight, just 3 of 8.
Yeah, I think the only guy on the court for St. Francis that Catholic Central wouldn't like to send to the line, that's where it knocks down the first, is Heck, because he's shown his range. But other than that, you mentioned now 4 for 9 from beyond the arc, or from the charity stripe. Devin Lee checks in for YSL Davis.
Well, it's funny, you mentioned that range from Heck. He showcased that at the end of the first quarter, but, Toledo St. Francis has only made 1 3-pointer tonight. They do like to use the perimeter, but they more often than not use it to get it into the post, and that has been the deciding factor tonight. So it's right back out to a 7-point game. The zone defense has been another thing. It's a whole other issue. Werner tries it, sticks it.
The first shot we've seen from him tonight.
Ooh, slap on the wrist. Goes uncalled. Heck from downtown. Pinball's out, and it'll go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights.
See, this one's starting to get heated with 2 minutes to go. A 4-point deficit for Catholic Central, and we'll see how the emotions play into this last couple minutes.
Double team comes. I don't know what. They got to call a foul. Ooh. Wow, we've seen some interesting calls, but that one feels egregious. In that situation there with his back turn and 2.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like he got the ball first, but little contact wrist to wrist. I don't know if you can call that in that situation. Heck will be sent to the line for his first trip, I believe.
Yeah. First one goes for Jamison Heck. 12 points on the night. Second one good as well. So the Knights have converted 4 straight from the charity stripe. 6-point game, 1:51 to play. Werner drives in with the left. Oh my goodness.
That thing sat on the rim for a couple seconds. Just a little bit short. Werner, the chance at the line here. Didn't see him be too aggressive. He's mostly a defender. He's on the court,
he's your
but
typical 3-and-D wing, but
last couple possessions, he's been aggressive with it. Knocked down a 3 and draws a foul here.
good free throw shooter as well. Splits the pair. Walker got good positioning, and that's going to flip to the Knights. 5-point game, 1:45 now. Full court press comes. Polk. They did want the foul, and they get it, and they're going to foul Polk. Coach Jackson seems satisfied with that foul. They are in the bonus.
We've seen a lot of aggression so far on these last few Catholic Central possessions. They're really trapping the ball and trying to get a turnover there. As you could see, as soon as Polk went to pass it away, they went for the quick foul. Seems like these last 2 minutes are going to be a lot longer than any other stretches in this one.
Jermaine Polk's first free throws of the night, 6 points, 4 rebounds. First one is good. Second on his way, and it's no good. Lee grabs the miss.
It's interesting to see how St. Francis is having no rebounders in on these free throws, just sending everybody back.
Warner swings it. Lot going on. Werner feeds Lee, and he has it stolen. Heck the other way. St. Clair well defended. They didn't get a foul or the bucket there, and now Werner heads the other way. One-on-one. Claus passed, and Walker has his shot rejected. Chaotic scene here in Bernie Holowicki court. Horton is called for the foul.
You mentioned great hustle from St. Clair, just getting back and defending that, because Heck has been pretty automatic on those little layups, but nice job from him forcing the miss, and then good job by Werner not forcing up a bad shot when he had the mismatch with Polk and dumping it to Walker.
Walker knocks down the first. He's got 10 on the night, along with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks.
Looks like Catholic Central's just going to hustle right into their press off this free throw no matter the outcome.
61-57, 1:15 to play. Quick inbound, Heck pulls it down, hits the floor, and somehow escapes a magician and up to Polk. The easy 2. And a timeout call by Coach Jackson. You really just
just got out of the triple team.
You're running out of
there,
words to describe the performance that Heck has had tonight as he navigates through 3 defenders here.
Oh, it looks like he traveled, though, there at the beginning of it before that dribble. Right here, that right foot leaves the ground. Yeah, he takes a few steps, so he did travel before, but nice job either way of getting out of it in a quick bucket by Polk to keep this lead at 6.
Well, he just knows what to do. When a play breaks down, you've just seen him. He's always thinking ahead. He's able to get that ball up court, and it's still a 6-point game. It will be CC's possession. 1:06 left to play. Going to need a few more threes and maybe a couple turnovers here to swing this one. For Catholic Central, this has just been a familiar feeling recently. They started the year 4-0, lost to Toledo Central Catholic and Hudsonville, each by double digits. This game has just felt eerily similar. They haven't really controlled any part of this game with the exception of having an advantage 3-point shooting-wise. Lee's over the midline here. Swardini going to try one. It's no good, and he wanted a foul, and he's not going to get that one either. Heck working up the sideline. Good feed on the bounce pass. Polanitz has it stripped.
And that just looked like a case of calling a foul when it looks like there's a foul, as this angle it didn't look like St. Clair had much contact. Tough break as Polanitz has a couple at the line, 46 seconds to play. First one off the back iron.
It's a 7-point game, 46 to play. Lee carves into the paint and gets whacked. Soon they'll call that one on Polk. Free throws for Lee.
Lane's foul number 45, Jermaine Polk, his second. Penalty. At the line, Devin Lee, 2 shots.
First one is good.
Into the shamrocks, number 20, Gideon Cash, number 5, Malachi Clay.
Catholic Central 9 of 11 from the free throw line tonight. 9 of 15 are the Knights. And sinks the second one. It's 64-59.
They made a defensive substitution too.
They need to stop here. They really got to have a turnover. They got him trapped in the backcourt. And they're going to foul Horton here. Werner gets flagged for it. 35.8 seconds left.
We'll see what happens here. He knocked down his his last 2 attempts.
3 of 4, 15 points, 10 rebounds, double-double for him again. Now, links the first one off the rim. You get 1 point back per possession, at least here. Buries the second. It's 65-59. Last 33 seconds from Novi. Swardini navigates. And mid-range too. That's just
a
an
tough shot
interesting
there.
shot. That's going to be off Polnitz, hopefully. I don't know, the refs really had a beat on it here. So they will gather. It looked like Polnitz. Maybe we can get a replay here. It looked like Polnitz touched that last.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And the third ref will come in. Give a timeout here. Yeah, I don't understand why that was such a difficult call. It looked like Polnitz got to it pretty quick. He was the last one to touch it. It will be Shamrock ball, 6-point game, 25 seconds to go. And you mentioned that's kind of a tough shot in that situation, that fadeaway mid-range too.
I mean the guy does have limitless range, but if you're going to take a tough shot, you might as well make it a 3. Those long 2s really just aren't any good at that point in the game. So you get a look at the replay here.
Yeah, it looks like that is off. Tough angle from here, but it looks.
They played all the way out of bounds.
Yeah. Live, it looked like Polnitz's right hand got this ball last. We'll see if it.
Yeah, I don't really think Swardini gets it there at the end.
You can see the ball shift after he touches it, and then nothing after that.
Ultra 4K HD camera.
So 6-point game, Shamrock ball out of bounds. 25 and a fifth to go.
This is the second game in CHSL play. Swardini buries another 3. He's on another planet tonight. Asher Swardini up to 26 points. He's made 6 3-pointers.
And now only a 3-point game here. And if a stop was ever necessary, this is the possession. Try to keep it a 1-possession game. 20 on the dot to go in this one. You mentioned it's been the Asher Swardini show tonight.
26 points, 4 assists, 2 steals, 6 made 3s.
And 10 more points than anybody else in this game. Leading scorer for the Knights is Alan Horton, who has 16.
And he really came on strong here in the second half. He was just held to just 4 in the first, 12 in the second. 4 of those coming by way of free throw, but he's occupied the paint very well tonight. Interesting here. They leave Swardini on the bench to start on defense here.
Yeah, they have one more timeout, so my guess is they go for a stop and then immediately call timeout to get him back in the game.
And that's what they'll do.
Him, Walker, and Lee will all go to the booth here. So we saw our first of Evan Milosevic here at the end.
That's 12 players in the game.
You can tell they put who they thought were their quickest guys who could either get them a steal or get a quick foul in there. As only a second and a half came off there. It's all going to depend on what happens at the free throw line here. First one is good.
The Shamrocks actually starting to Walker and Devin Lee.
Well, that second one on the way. It's no good. Walker with the rebound. 4-point game, 17 seconds to play. Lee frees Swardini. A lot of time coming off here. Walker tries a miracle three, and it won't go. Rebound to Heck. And he swims through the defense, and it looks like St. Francis is going to hold on.
And just a really good job of forcing a bad shot, not letting Swardini get a good look, and then wasting as much time as possible after there. Heck probably dribbled out 6 seconds after that rebound.
All the plays he's made tonight, but none bigger than the defensive showing, keeping Swardini from taking that three. And now chance to ice it here. And he misses the first. Really need a miracle. You need a three and a foul here.
We're not at the Jumpman Classic. I don't know if that's going to happen.
Is this in Harlem? Heck drills the second into Swardini. Heaves it at the buzzer and nearly fires it into Chris Okoye. But the final score tonight, Catholic Central struggled on the defensive end for most of the night, and they struggled from three early on. They hit some shots when it mattered most, but it was ultimately just too little too late in a game that they never led. It's St. Francis taking the win 67-62.
Yeah, and a big Catholic League win for St. Francis, who starts 2-0 in conference play and 5-0 on the season. Big road win for them early on as they head into Christmas undefeated. Yeah. Meanwhile, Catholic Central falls to 4-3, losers of 3 in a row, and now 1-2 in Catholic League play.
Yeah, when you look at the box score, Alan Horton is the leading man for St. Francis, 16 points for him. Polanitz poured in 14, and Raheem Brown had 11. Heck also with 14. For the Shamrocks, it was the Swardini show. We mentioned that. He finished with 26 points on the night, including 6 made threes. But it's too little too late. Catholic Central drops. They are now third straight game, and their second in conference play. So St. John's Jesuit will look to earn that Toledo sweep of CC. Coach Jackson will have to go back to the drawing board, including possibly starting just one senior in their next contest. Anyways, that'll about wrap it up here from Novi. Hayden Saka on stream, Connor Fumia, our statistician, Sam Fueling downstairs, our two cameramen up here. Josh Rothard alongside
Lucas Draish.
Joining you from the Bernie one last time here in Novi. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night.